And we just do a quick sound test and see if you can see my screen. Just pop into the chat if you can. Okay guys, just one person said there's a repeating noise. Is anyone else having sound problems? All good, okay. My computer fan is a little bit noisy this week, but that will be sorted. And we're recording as well. Excellent, all fixed. Brilliant. Okay guys, I'm going to give it another minute or two before we start. You can still see people coming in. Well, I just thought, this week guys, I got on the phone with, I think, over 10 people and some excellent conversations. We can see people actually having a solid plan of action and moving forward in their business. Again, if anyone who hasn't got on a call with me and would like to get on a call with me, just drop me a message on Skype, KevinFaddy535, and we can arrange a time next either Monday or Thursday. Really enjoyable, so I want to thank anyone who I talked with this week for their time as well. What we're going to be doing in this week's webinar, we're going to be going over outsourcing, basically some of the tools I use and some of the sites I use for finding VAs and finding programmers, graphic designers. I've been outsourcing pretty much since the start. Since I started doing website design, which is actually before I even started marketing online, I used to outsource a lot. And we're going to go through then is during one of the calls this week, I recommended one of the students basically redesign his JV page and redesign his sales page for his launch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a live example of how I go along and set up an entire funnel, basically JV page, early bird page, and start the sales page. We'll do as much as possible. Okay guys, okay, we're ready to rock. Any questions before we start, or just any questions at any time, post them into the chat and I will reply. So, week 2. I'm just going to actually open up this as well, Time Doctor. If you're hiring VAs or you're hiring even graphic designers that want to be paid per hour, any staff member that wants to be paid per hour, the only way I work personally is with Time Doctor, and I'll explain that before we start. 95% of the time it's not an issue, and I found that people that don't want to use it, just probably want to work, if they say we worked 5 hours and they've only actually done 3 hours work. So Time Doctor is very, very good. I'm a happy customer for 5 years, and yeah, definitely would have lost thousands of dollars if I did not use it. I'm just going to show you exactly how it works here. I think it's $9 per user per year. You can see here, you can go back through and see the working hours of all of your staff. My simple way of paying my staff is at the very end of the week, I just log in here and I multiply that by their hourly rate. It takes 10 minutes. If I want to see screenshots of what any of the staff members are doing, it basically takes screenshots every 15 minutes or every 5 minutes. What is good is other advantages of it. It'll track the mouse movements per minute and the keyboard per minute. So if they're actually just not doing anything, you'll be able to see that as well. If they stop to move their mouse for 2 minutes, it will automatically put them on a break. So lots of advantages there. That is Time Doctor. Now, okay. VAs are basically, I wrote a blog post on it and I'll actually share the link with you, but there is so much to do in your business. For example, support desk, approving affiliates, putting up bonuses, etc. I've always found VAs very, very useful, and obviously to help speed things up, your business can grow a lot faster. So if you have a use for a VA and you can afford, let's say, $400 or $500 or $600 a month to get things moving faster in your business, I recommend hire one. Sorry, let's go back to now. Onlinejobs.ph is, I think it's $49 a month for the subscription, and there is hundreds of people in here. Now, just this week, I actually hired a new staff member from this, and I'll just explain to you how it works and kind of some of the methods that what to look out for. Let's say I was looking for I was looking for a graphic designer in this case, so it'd be graphics and Photoshop. And you can see actually I ended up hiring, these are just some of the graphics that I got done, but basically some guy that I'm just kind of trying out. Putting up, as far as I'm concerned, very, very good graphics, costing $6 per hour. You want to, obviously, you need to read over these. What I did in this case, I probably opened up every single one of them in a new window, and then just through a process of elimination, anything that I don't like about that person, I would just close the window, and then you can find suitable people. Let's go in here. You can see they'll have experience. You can obviously read the text, see what their language skills are like, and Photoshop 3 stars, I'm good at it. If I'm looking for a Photoshop expert, I would prefer someone with 5 stars. Regarding contacting these people, in some cases they will put their Skype in here or their Facebook, or you can just use the feature within online jobs. So I'm just going to show you some of my templates here. Okay, basically, hi, my Skype is KevinFaddy535. I'm looking for a full-time experienced graphic designer to join our team. Looking forward to hearing from you. So that's pretty much it. What I did notice about this side, guys, if you send out, you're better off contact 3 or 4 people, because I would say 50% of the people just do not reply. That's, call it a downside. Obviously, the people that reply quick are more interested. Regarding the wages for these, if you go back, you will see what they are actually looking for. Now, from my experience, that means very, very little. You can see here they're looking for $226 per month. If you're expecting them to work for 40 hours a month, or 40 hours a week for that amount, I think it's not going to happen. Generally, what I would do, and my rate, let's say, would be around, it was $3 to $4, now it's definitely $4 for just general VAs for the support desk. If I found someone that is an experienced graphic designer, I can help, set up funnels and set up sales pages, I would definitely go $6 to $8 per hour. If you get someone that's a coder, I didn't find, this is not the best site for finding people to code WordPress plugins. That's, from my experience, they never complete. You're better off going to Odesk or Freelancer. But if you were to find someone, to do WordPress fixes and stuff like that, you could expect around $8 or $9 per hour. Okay, guys, have you any questions on online jobs before I move on? No, excellent. Now, okay, for example, what jobs do you give them? WordPress, Photoshop, Dreamweaver, customer support, $350 per hour. Okay, the tasks. Fill up your launch calendar with upcoming product launches. This is one of the things my VAs would do, so I can actually just check my calendar. I know what's going on that way. Apply for approval to promote products on JVZoo and Warrior Plus, so that you all are approved and you also have your affiliate link. You're not waiting. Build bonus pages for products that I want to promote. Using a PLR site, they can easily put up bonus pages and increase conversions. Deliver bonus products to customers, answer help desk tickets, answer emails, update your fan pages, create graphics, membership site headers, Facebook ads, ebook covers, etc. And of course, update membership sites. So that's what I use. VAs for everyone's business is obviously different, but they're just ideas for, let's say, an online marketer. So it is very important to note VAs need detailed instructions. Now, if you can build me a nice looking blog with a banner on top to promoting something, basically you would get a default WordPress install with no banner. You need to provide simple, clear instructions. My favorite method has always been actually do a quick video for them, record my screen and take out a notepad file and write notes. So they've got a video and they've notes. That's perfect. If you want to get more details, just get a PDF and completely outline their tasks. But here's an example. What way to give them instructions. Please search WordPress themes database on Google for a nice theme in the make money niche, but nothing too scammy looking. Make it more look like a marketing theme. I prefer one with a right sidebar for advertising and a banner in the header. Go to JVZoo top sellers and find a product which is providing banners for their affiliates. You can check the JV page for banners. Not all products will have them. like I say, they might come back, oh, I checked this product and there's no banners, so they'll leave it at that. Explain the details clearly so they kind of have no excuses not to finish the job. If they do, please apply for approval, and once we have the link, place the banner on the blog. I'm looking for one on the top and one on the sidebar. If unclear on anything, please let me know. So it obviously takes only 2 or 3 minutes to write this out, and it should have clear enough instructions. Okay, a lot of people would ask about Fiverr, and I've used it for many things, and I really, really like Fiverr. Basically, logos, proofreading, email swipes, content writing, and anything else. Now, I'm just going to actually put up a few gigs and show you guys. I've been using Amanda for nearly 6 months, and what Amanda has been doing is basically proofreading my PDFs and proofreading any email swipes that I write. It's only, I think, $1,000 for 1,000 words for $5. So normally my PDFs are whatever, let's say 6,000 words, it's going to cost $30. Excellent fast, excellent turnaround time, very, very good. Let's go into logo creation. I've used Fiverr to get logos for basically some products that I only needed a logo. For I think $10 for a nice colourful logo was very, very good. You can go in here, if you look at these, excellent professional graphics, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Let's go on to the next is cartoons, video intros and voiceovers. Video intros and voiceovers very, very popular, especially if you're doing, and I've done it on certain videos in the past, if you've got a sales page video, or even a membership site training video, if you just do nice intros, they make an awful lot of difference. And the same for voiceovers. Some people mightn't want to get on the microphone and record their own voice. There's guys out there that will do it for, you can say 100 words would be $5. Obviously it depends on how much you need done, but that's basically an easy solution. Okay, we're going to talk about copywriters. I've used many copywriters over the years, from actually paying $2,500 down to $97 per sales page. A lot of people would ask me, how much to pay, who do you pay, and how quickly can you get it done? In 2012, I was working with a copywriter for $97, and the launches did okay, but the conversions were lower than expected. Let's say my products were converting at around 3 or 4%. And I discussed this with a person on the call today as well, and he said he's a good copywriter, he's okay, and he's willing to write his own copy. I would never say to anyone, don't write your own copy, but if you have everything looking good and the product is there and it's not converting, I would say, the copy is the problem. So just in that case, be willing to test out someone else's copy. In late 2012, I switched to another copywriter, and his name is Josh Hayes, and his contact is in actually the resources. Conversions are now basically around 10%, which is acceptable. If I'm selling a $7 or a $10 product, we're always aiming for the average conversions to be around 10% from the top affiliates. So there was always room for improvement. I usually get my copies reviewed by some marketing friends and also review the sales page elements to help it. You can review any of my sales pages. I am Product Launch and Solo Ad Escape, Open Rate Explosion, my marketing results. We are using the same template and the same ideas. But one thing is probably the most important and helpful part of getting things reviewed off marketing friends. They will help you. So it's the same, guys. If you have a product out there, that's what the I Am Product Launching Facebook, this group, is for, and also our private group coaching. Post in the link, get feedback on it, and you will obviously find ways to improve your copy from there. Regarding design, we do the designs in-house. We just basically, the copywriter hands over the copy, and straight away we do the sales page from that. We get it reviewed, we'll ask the copywriter for any revisions if they're needed, and basically make the changes. It's quite basic. It's a process of, let's say, get the copy, design the sales page, get the sales page reviewed, and then just tweak it if needed. It usually is required. Okay, basically here's Josh's email, guys. This report, everything will be available inside the members area, we have the slides here and the homework for this webinar. There is another option, and it's going to the popular Warrior forum. There is actually a directory here of all the copywriters. So if you're after something in, let's say, IM fitness or supplements, you have people there in these niches. So that's a very, very good, useful resource. My recommendation is always do reviews on the copywriter, asking them for work, looking for testimonials, and a fair price, obviously. Okay, graphic designers. Again, inside, if you just go to the membership area, guys, I put 4 or 5 different resources here we can check out, which these are all graphic designers in Warrior Forum. You will find a lot of design. Now, I usually price my designs at around $300. That would include the JV page and the banners and the sales page. So you will find people on the Warrior Forum that will do them actually cheaper, and you obviously will find people more expensive. But if your budget is below $200, I do suggest the Warrior Forum. If your budget is above $300, you can contact myself or just an OPay. We have a design service as well. And if you want to basically, Zigga Solution is a company that I've worked with in the past, and they do really, really good, unique designs. And they're a little bit more expensive. They're more around $400 to $500 for a complete funnel. Inside IM product launch and PDF design, PDF training, you'll see what you should be asking for. That's inside the members area, guys. There's a complete layout of everything you should be asking for. Basically, membership site header, what size the banners should be, everything like this. Okay, guys, that's on the tools that I use. Graphic design I've covered, and basically copywriting. Is there any questions on outsourcing or where to go and find people? I'm just going to open up a few of these. Here you can see basically lots of testimonials. Let's just go down and have a look at prices. 4 to 5 working days, and obviously just contact. This is another person. This is actually a resources for if people want to get PDF guides created. On Odesk and Freelancer, there's hundreds of content writers, but if you want to actually find warriors and feedback, these are here as well, guys. So realistically, anything you want to outsource, from creating the PDF to getting the graphic design done to getting the sales copy written, it all can be outsourced for around $1,000. That's how I would budget it if you're outsourcing every single thing. Here we can go. Very, very good designs, lots of testimonials, and we should have prices here. Yeah, some would prefer asking for a price, but as I said, around $200 is a fair price in the Warrior Forum. Another content writer, here you can see a 10-page free report for $100, a 30-page product, which is perfect for basically a WSO or an information marketing product for $300, and a larger PDF for $600. So all possible. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do in this part of the webinar is we're going to basically go and set up the blog and how to create the funnel from start to finish. So, right, what I asked Adrian to do is his launch was going to start, and there's a few issues with it. Basically, it was on his own personal domain, and it was installed in a folder. Now, my recommendation was go out and purchase a new domain for the blog, which relates to the product, and just install WordPress. So that's what all we have here, guys, is a brand new WordPress install, and I asked him to install OptimizePress. So we're just going to basically go from start to finish. So OptimizePress and Page Builder. The first thing I'm going to create is actually a JV page. So a JV invite, and I will just call it /JV. and use one of these content templates. Generally, I'm just going to strip down all the content and put it basically a header, a menu, and fill it in from there. So it doesn't really matter what I use. I'll just pick this one. My connection is not the fastest there, guys. I do apologize about that. Okay. Now, as a JV page, this is actually, it's got a lot of the elements required when you look at it in this sense. You've got your logo, you've got your headline, you've got your video, bullet points, and an opt-in form. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the header. Now, what we had is we've got this image here, or we have this image here. So I'm just going to put that into the header, copy image URL, and we will go to layout settings. There's a lot of people asking me basically how do you set this up with Optimize Press and how do you use it? Is it difficult? You will see from this training, guys, it is very, very easy. So what I want is a banner header image and menu below. I want to upload the header image, so select file, and I can just paste in the URL or upload. Okay, now I'm just going to save this and show you a kind of a common issue that I see and the solution for it. Now you can see, okay, it looks okay, but you still have this white background both sides. So here's a little trick for that, guys. Save the image and just open up into your editor and crop the side of it. All you want is basically 1 or 2 millimeters. And I will use this as basically the repeating background image. So let's just go to Save As and header full. And now we can go back to layout settings, header and navigation, and you can see here it says upload repeating background image. And insert. So the color is irrelevant if you're using that image, so we can just remove it anyway. And you click Update. And you can see now it's a perfect full weight header. So I hope that was actually new to a few people. Okay guys, we're going to move on to the next. What I'm going to be doing is just copy and pasting this. And you can see this is what we had, and it's an OK JV page. My biggest recommendation to everyone is on your JV page, you should have a link to your affiliate tools. You should have a link to request approval. You should have information about the product. My issue with this one, biggest issue, would basically forcing the people to opt in to get their affiliate link, because 50% of people will not, and they could be actually potential affiliates who are going to be sending you sales. So, okay, we'll just go back here, and I'm going to take this headline. And let's say this background color is grey. If we want to edit anything, we just click this edit here, this pencil, and we're going to just change it to white or clear. And we can edit the text. Attention JV blogging cash blueprint. Blogging cash blueprint. Official invite. now we've actually changed the color here to a red. As you can see, guys, it's very, very easy to work with. What I want to do here is basically clone this page before I continue. So I can use this layout for all the other pages, including terms, disclaimer, the affiliate tools page. So we have our headline, and I'm just going to align that center. And insert. Okay, that changed for some reason, but let's continue. What I do recommend is create the menu first. So I'm just going to go to WordPress admin and go to menus. I want to add two menus. I want to add a JV menu and I want to add a footer menu. So I'll just put in JV menu and click create. And I'll create a new menu here. And we'll call this footer. Create. Now I might actually have to reload this page so the menus will show. Okay, pages. And just edit again. So guys, if you have any questions, basically on the last, what we covered on outsourcing or anything while I'm doing this training, just let me know. So, okay, we want to add a menu. We want to go to layout settings. We want to go to header and navigation bar below header on. Call this JV menu. And footer area, footer menu. And update. So we can just view the link. Okay, perfect. Right, next is we want to clone this page, basically as many times as we need. What I have included, guys, in the homework, and this is the live example we're doing. And is all the pages that you need to create. Basically, if you can use this template yourself, or you could hand this template over to a VA, and that's basically the idea of creating it. But it's very, very easy. I need one to say early bird coming soon and sales page preview. So let's just start with them. And close. If you go back to all pages and clone page. So I want to call this early bird sign up page. So we can call this, yeah, it's early bird. Click OK. Update. After people sign your early bird list, you want to actually give them a thank you page, a come in soon page usually is what I call it. So you can put a countdown timer and tell them when the product will be launched. Now, there's two styles to do JV pages. You can actually put all the affiliate tools under one page, like the video, get your affiliate link, underneath that have links to the banners, and underneath that have links to the swipes, or show them. My personal, I prefer is actually create a page for each. So I'm going to put in JV tools. Well, we'll call this banners and JV banners. And we'll have another for swipes. Okay, well there's the question regards basically would it be possible to outsource the page setup? Yes, it would be very, very possible. As you can see, guys, I'm doing it all now in this live training webinar, and it is very, very simple. Email swipes, And it only takes an hour or two. Now, more and more VAs and more people you find on Odesk, Warrior Forum, Freelance, etc., you will find optimized press experts or people experienced with this. So for them, it would be actually very easy if you are going on and actually hiring a new VA. For example, guys, you could actually give them access to IM VIP training, and inside there's a product on IM product launching which shows you how to do all that. So from them actually watching that video or watching an optimized press tutorial, they would be able to do this no problem. I have VAs which do this, so I generally don't have to do it myself. But it's, again, guys, it's very simple. Okay, next is a contact. You want a contact page you want a support tab or a tab that says to JV partners, if you have any questions, contact me. So I, again, like to put that always in the JV menu. Let's go back to the list. Terms, disclaimer, privacy, very, very important. What I've noticed, if you're advertising on Facebook and you get your ads refused, your terms, having no terms and disclaimer and privacy on the page could be the issue. I know Perfect Audience are a lot stricter with it, and I know Google Advertising as well. So these are just required pages, and it's very easy to get the content. You can get the content online for free if you Google free privacy and terms disclaimer. Privacy and basically you'll be able to see the shape together very, very soon. Privacy and terms. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go back now to the menu. F5 so all the pages will show up. And okay, I am working with the footer menu, and I want to add terms, privacy, disclaimer, and contact. Add to menu and save. Now we want to work with the JV menu. Select. I would like to add JV invite, email swipes, banners, and contact. Now, what you could have here as well would be leaderboard, which directs them to JVZoo leaderboard if you want to do it that way. You could have sales page preview, which is a good idea at times as well. Just for this example, we'll leave it like this. Let's just have a quick, yes, your affiliate link. So we'll just save and we'll clone another page. Affiliate link. And update. So guys, if we just refresh this page now, we will see it kind of taking shape. We have the footer menu in place. The other menu did not show for some reason. So we'll just edit the page and look at why. Page layout settings, header and navigation, and JV menu. Technically it should show. So I'll just select the size, 16, shadow, style, bold, default font. I always like to change it from the default font. Something more stylish, and update. JV menu. Okay, you can see it in here. Right, obviously there's two things wrong with that. It's too bold. Change the font. The background color could be a lot better, and the organization is wrong. So very, very simple, guys. You want JV invite first. You want add affiliate link. second, you want email swipes third, you want banners fourth, and you want contact last. And if we want to edit the menu again, let's just go to, and we will call it normal, and that might be okay. Okay. I would probably, yes, change the background color to black. So guys, a question here. Difficult or not to complete this? If you want to change the background color of the menu in Optimize, press go to Color Scheme Settings, Page Color, and you'll have the menus here. So I would like to go, you can gradient if you want. I'm just going to go a little bit off black. And the same. Okay, now let's move on to a JV page. Right, you should, a video always helps. JV partners in general like to get to know who they're promoting, and the easiest way to actually get yourself out there is do videos. So we actually already have a video here. We can basically, should be able to see it in the source code, MP4. And we have a video here. So Optimize Press, very, very simple. We want to add a new role. So for example, we can have video on the left and an opt-in form on the right. It's common and it looks good. So here you can put in video player, and it's just going to ask you to put in the URL. So URL and insert. Now here's a, you can actually, if you want to put in a placeholder for your video, for example, you know, an arrow, click here to play the video and an image, you can do it here. You can have it on autoplay. Generally, I'm not a fan of autoplay on JV pages. You can hide the controls, which again, I do recommend it. Auto buffering should be always used if it's a long video or if you have lots of videos on the page. Here you can select the size. Now I'm just going to increase the size to this, and let's see how it looks. Perfect. And now, next is an opt-in form. So very, very simple, guys, with Optimize Press. Type in opt-in, and you've got all your different style boxes here. So I think this one looks pretty good for the JV page. Now, if you're using Aweber or GetResponse, simply paste in the code here. I should be able to take the form like this. Opt-in form. Name and email. Sometimes people have email first, and the easy way to fix that is name should be 0 and email should be 1, and they'll always be in the right order. And post. Okay, so let's do the edit the headline. Right, guys, let's go remove this header back up here. You can see drag and drop, and fix this. Okay, perfect. If you want to remove the preview buttons, you can see it like this. Okay, right, next on to the JV page. What I want to do here is just a little introduction about the product. And we can just take this text for now, and we can add a new row here if we wish. Yes. Add element and text. Okay, what we want to do here is, I'm just going to save this and I'm going to move on to putting in the email swipes and the banners. So we just go to email swipes. So as you can see, guys, I think it's an improvement anyway straight away. And the trick to getting, this is why this is so important, the trick to getting a bunch of affiliates on board, step one is having a great looking JV page. Because then they might say, okay, well, at least the sales page is going to look good and the product's going to convert. Then you're into, obviously, your product details and then the commission. But if the page doesn't look good, or obviously they can't get their affiliate link, that's our issue from the start. So let's just go to email swipes and edit page. Okay, well, we can change this header to email swipes. And add an element, and if we type in affiliate page snippets, we've got two here. One is for banners and one is for emails. And we're just going to, now here we have to paste in the code. So I'm just going to, an example here. I think I have the email swipes. Here we are. Making it readable. Short swipes do work good. I notice how long if these swipes were long. If I'm providing email swipes and they're all very long, I would always put in a short version. Higher click-through rate, and a lot of email marketers just use short swipes. Okay, so I'm going to make an example here. If I was an affiliate, it would probably make it very difficult to use this. Just for this webinar, guys, I'm just going to break it up really, really quickly. Like this, and copy. So when you're putting in your email swipes, format them correctly, for example, all the way down so it looks, there is tools out there to do it as well. But okay, guys, and insert. So here we have email swipes. So you might say, okay, what's the subject? What I would do here in this case is I would clone that, and I would clone that. You could have here, up top, subject lines. Or in other cases, you could say subject email swipe 1. So for headline, email swipe 1. Again, I'm not going to obviously waste your time putting all the swipes in here, guys, but the simple way to do it is just clone the element and put in spacers. Vertical spacing and 25. Or easier again would be copy the row. You can click copy row and you can click then paste. So again, just a matter of coming along and changing the numbers and changing the email swipes. Very simple and very quick. Okay, let's save that and move to the next. So view public link. You can see, and this is actually a mistake now, because I never formatted the menu style before cloning the pages. I'm actually going to have to go into all these pages now and format the menu so they all look the same. Very important to keep uniform. Okay, let's just go to banners and edit page. Guys, have anyone any questions on optimized press? I know a lot of people have it. I keep recommending it to everyone. One thing, if you have, let's say, a WP Profit Builder, Ista Builder, or any of these other ones, they all work the exact same, and the rules are generally the same. And you purchased it so you could set up these pages. They're very easy to use. But if you are trying to do something in optimized press and you're having difficulty, let me know now, and I'll actually be able to cover it in this webinar. affiliate banners. And add elements, again affiliate snippets. And in this case, you got to put in your affiliate link, and you can put in the description. So I'm just going to upload. Just the more banners you have and the more email swipes, the better. So this page is very, very good. I'm just going to take one of these banners now. Copy image URL. And from URL, affiliate link. In this case, just for this example, I'm going to put in what you would do in this case. One second, I'll give you an example. Let's go to JV Zoo, top sellers, and affiliate details. When you get the link like this, copy this and you would put it here. Replace your ID or whatever you want. Description, the size of the banner, so 250 x 250, and insert. Okay, perfect. So again, guys, I'm not going to spend putting in all the banners, but I'm just going to copy the row and paste. So it's simply just replace the banner and replace the code. So save and continue. Okay, public link. So, okay, we can click back. We have the home page, the videos in place, there is information. We would need this requires more, and it requires graphics that I will not be able to do on this webinar. But one thing is very important for JVs. They want to understand the exact funnel. So that JV page, the home page, is far from complete. So let's think about what way to improve it, kind of get the attention of the affiliates. So let's just have a look. I always have something like this in place. Now, yeah, that is, you need a funnel guide. It's very important. So let's just look at your JV page again. And you can see here, these are the commissions. So we'll just take that. And we would be able to put this on top. Excellent. Now, thank you, Hassan. That's a very good point, guys. Basically, how to align center, align the menu center. Again, I usually actually have my VAs doing it, but particularly just before the webinar, how to align menu center with optimized press. You click it there, first thing on Google, you will actually see the code. It comes up here. So if you're stuck on a lot of things, generally speaking, 99% of the time, they're only a click away in Google. Okay, so what I want to do here is this is the commission structure. I want to make it stick out. I want to make it look better. So we will, in advanced options, increase the size of the font, insert, and make a few headers. Okay, excellent. And okay. Okay, excellent. Right. The home page is definitely looking, obviously we need to change the headline here, which would be, I'll actually do that now. You don't want to force people to sign up, as I said, but what I would put here is get JV updates and sign up to my affiliates only. Sign up to my affiliate JV list for sign up to my JV list for updates on this launch. You will never. Yeah, basically, I would say something like, I promise never to market to this list. The last thing you should do to JVs is send them promotional emails. They will unsubscribe, and in that case, you've lost a potential JV partner. A small minority of marketers do it. I just do not recommend it. Sign up to my JV list. I promise never to send you any promotional emails. And insert. Okay, guys. Now let's go to affiliate link. There's two options you can do here. You could link that directly to JVZoo, or you could put in a button here. So I'm just going to actually, for this example, I'm just going to steal an image. It's all the one. Okay, again, you have options there. JVZoo have absolutely no problem using their image. So you can, it would be the best option would actually be design an image. But we can, for this example, just take this image. And affiliate link, edit. Guys, I want to make sure, is this webinar very useful to you guys? Are you learning a lot from it? Everyone's sticking around, that's always a good sign, but I just want to make sure you're getting something from this. We're going to put in image. Excellent. Like generally speaking, for this to be complete, 2 to 3 hours maximum. You can see I'm getting everything in place, but obviously just to tweak it up. So full size image, and when they click that, you want to bring them to there. So get your affiliate link here. You want to bring them to this page. So again, link URL, open in a new window. That's important because if they click that, they're into JVZoo, and then they've kind of no access to affiliate tools. So I always open these links in a new window, and I think people expect them to be. So I'm going to change this to click here to get your approval link. Now click here to get your affiliate link. Link, and we'll hyperlink that. Right. Sorry. And a new window, and center. Okay, perfect. Now I can move on to the next page. Affiliate link is, okay, header. Email swipes, all in place, banners in place, and contact. In contact is very important, as I mentioned, but I would like for this would be name, email, Skype, and an image. Contact information. And center. So we just put in a text block, would be probably the easiest. And I'll have to get your contact information for that page. Obviously, guys, you can see the point of it. Name, email, contact me on Facebook or Skype if you have any questions. Some people do not want to put in their Facebook profile because they're worried people might post on it. Okay, I can understand that, so it's not required. Name, email, Skype. And insert options and make it bigger. So. Okay, perfect. Right. The next pages, guys, again, you've got terms. These are already on the page, so I can actually just copy the text. Privacy, affiliate, disclaimer, privacy, okay. Disclaimer. So in this case, we don't need terms. If you have disclaimer and privacy, that's perfect. It's enough. So we will just go to disclaimer. This is I'm going to create an early bird page, basically a squeeze page, and do a few more things. The webinar is going to go on a little bit longer, but stick with us for another, say, 10 to 15 minutes, just so I cover the more important parts of this. On the next, after that, I'm actually going to go over the homework and basically some action plans you guys can take, and also go over the copywriter's template. If you hire a copywriter, the first thing they're going to do is send you a questionnaire, and people have hit me up, how do I answer this questionnaire, what do I put in it? It's very easy, very quick. Usually it takes me around 10 minutes to fill out a questionnaire from a copywriter. So this is disclaimer and align center. Okay. Right, the next page is I'm going to create a coming soon page. An early bird sign up page. So let's go back 2 pages and let's just close a few of these. And I will just clone, disclaimer. And we're going to call this, did I already create the early bird? Early bird pages here, okay, live editor. Right, if it's an early bird page, obviously we do not want the header. So first thing, we want to remove the header. Now, I got a lot of questions. Should I include this graphic up top? This graphic up top, I think looks really good, but it mightn't look the best on a squeeze page. So I'm going to kind of use a design that I think is the highest converting squeeze page. So let's remove header and navigation. We must leave the footer links in place. And what I seen was a nice little image on the affiliate tools page, which would look great for a squeeze page. This one here. So just copy image URL, And basically, right guys, we have a kind of a blank page. 3 things on this: headline, image, opt-in form, and obviously your terms and disclaimer links. That's your best, highest converting opt-in page. So start with image. Okay, insert and insert. Okay, and we want opt-in form. Again, in this case, email only is probably the best case, in my opinion, because it'll increase your conversions from, say, 30% to 40%. Unless you really need name, there's no need to ask for it consistently. So I don't have an opt-in form for this, but we can add that after. So let's just insert. Please put in all required fields. Thank you. So I'll just take this form again. Form to form. Form. For some reason that's not working out. I'm not going to waste your time with it. Right, guys, you can imagine that opt-in form on that. Below that image, it is going to look perfect. And we'll just put in the headline. So you want a power grabbing headline for this. So it is, you don't have to put a time or a date on it straight away. It's not required, you can test it. But let's just look at the sales page. Discover what internet marketers worldwide bugs. Perfect, absolutely. So that is your headline for your page, and align the center. Perfect. Okay, it's a real pity I can't get a forms code, so I'm just going to open up a form code and put it on that page. So, the public link. See if I can continue. Okay, we'll get the opt-in form there in a second. I just want to show you one thing here. If we go to log cache blueprint.net, we still have this standard WordPress install. So easiest way to change this, guys, if you go to your WordPress dashboard, go to settings, go to reading, and you will see what page. So static page, and select the page. What I do in this case, I always have the early bird page here, and I will come along and will design the sales page on /sales page. 10 minutes before the launch goes live, I simply log into WordPress and I change it to the sales page here. It's that simple. There's no complications about it. That's my method. And so obviously when people go to the home page, they're either going to get the coming soon or the sales page. So let's just save that. And we'll go to the home page. We'll see. Okay, perfect. Right, guys, I'm going to put a form code on that page just to finish it off, and we're going to again just go over the rest of the stuff. So, okay, perfect. So, add an element, opt-in box. Let's hope it works this time. I have no idea why that isn't working the way I want. I just posted a new form there. I would say I just have to reset it, refresh the page maybe. Okay, guys, before I leave Optimize Press, basically you could do two ways to do that form. You could just have an email, or you could use the pop-up, which is, let's show you an example here. So I'll escape early bird. That's probably a good question on conversions. You can see here, click the button and then the pop-up form. Which is going to convert higher? Well, when you think about it, if the pop-up form was there, enter their email, it's only one click away. So to say the less steps, the better. From my testing, this has increased conversions, so I definitely recommend try it. So rather than have an opt-in form there, you could have click here for more information, and it pops up like that. You can expect very good conversions on that page. Guys, any questions now on Optimize Press before I actually move on from that? What I've done here, we've got an early bird page. We have the JV page is 80% complete. Video, information, opt-in form, affiliate link, email swipes, banners, and contact us. We have our terms, disclaimer, privacy again. Excellent. Okay. Any questions on that, guys, or stuck at anything in Optimize Press at any time, just let me know. If we go into the group coaching members area, I have uploaded, basically you've got 3 PDFs and 3 Word documents. If you go to replays, and this is today's webinar, you would have the slides which we just went over, the outsourcing funnel and PDF version and the outsourcing template which we looked at, and the homework. So let's just have a quick look at homework. Decide what you need to complete your product. Last week's webinar was finding your niche. During the calls this week with a lot of people, we found out what type of product you're going to create or what action they're going to take in their business. So from now it would be like, okay, am I going to write the copy myself or am I going to outsource it? Do I need to get a logo designed from Fiverr, or do I need to actually hire a graphic designer to do a complete sales pitch? Do I need to voice over for my videos or my PowerPoint presentations? No, I never do voiceover. I always do it myself. Some people, that option is there. Do you need a virtual assistant in your business? Do you get things moving faster? Decide if you need one, and if you want to bring one onto your business, take action on it. Use Time Doctor. Use the tools that I recommended. Do you need an experienced programmer for whatever job? If you order, your product is complete, the next thing you're going to do is hire a copywriter to write the sales page. These are the questions Josh always comes back with. There's a bit of a typo in this document because I opened it with a plugin. But what is included in the product service you're trying to sell? This is a question they've always asked me. My answer for that would be, let's say it's a PDF guide. I would basically, let's say, open rate explosion. How to increase open rates. Name of product or service, open rate explosion. What is the best, what niche describes your product? Which would be email marketing. What type of traffic you're sending to your sales page. This is very important. If majority of cases it's going to be affiliate marketing traffic, affiliate traffic and email traffic. But if it's a different type of traffic, let's say if it's coming from YouTube, that obviously has to be conveyed in the copy so it matches. So I would always say, again, email marketing and affiliate marketing, affiliate traffic. You can put in, say, basically some Facebook as well. Do you have a sales funnel in place, lead generation, upsells, downsells, etc.? Yes. So in this case, for this product, you would just give them a copy of the funnel details. You could say, here's the product, here's the upsells, here's the downsells. Next, is there any important information pertaining to your product or service? Basically, why did you create the product and what is so good about the product? He kind of asked 2 questions that are kind of the same. I sometimes give similar answers. What is your pricing structure for the product and service? When you told them about the funnel, that's already there, so it's kind of pasted in again. Do you offer a guarantee? Very important. Offering a guarantee, guys, is always going to help conversions, and not having a guarantee there, I've noticed, worries people. So a guarantee is almost required in a lot of cases. I have seen a few marketers put up, if you're buying it, if you plan, we will not offer a refund unless the software does not work. So you can You don't have to, but from my experience, offering a guarantee helps. Is there something unique about your competition that sets it apart from the rest? Now, to me, this is probably the most important question a copywriter is going to ask you, because it's the selling point. Like, for example, when I was asked that question for List Profit Generator, I said it's the only software out there in the marketplace that does this. Is Open Rate Explosion was a PDF report. What is so good about this report? Well, basically it's giving you 6 methods, and 3 of them are going to be free methods that you can use to increase your open rate. These are all selling points. By explaining that to the copywriter, he can get it into the copy. Do you plan to offer any bonuses? Please include these. Very important. Now, my biggest mistake would not be telling Josh about the bonuses before launch, but what a normal case is there, I would have access to 1 or 2 of my other products, and maybe a webinar, a Facebook group, webinar, and another product. Question, people ask me, how many bonuses should I offer? I think 3 maximum, and 3 good bonuses do complement the product. If you don't have them, you can use PLR, but I wouldn't use the PLR graphics that come with them. It's a mistake I've seen. You currently have testimonials for your product and services. Again, you can send over the testimonials. If you don't have them, I've never ever sent testimonials along with my copy. We just, we have the testimonials, we just paste them in ourselves. They obviously don't need to be rewritten. What you can do is, I would always say in that case, please leave room. Just leave room in the copy for the testimonials. Again, this is why it's so important your product is complete. He's going to ask you for a review copy of the product and the service you're trying to sell. He cannot write copy without it. So I think that's just an irrelevant question. It should be, please provide me copy. Review copy. Okay, guys. Very, very good question. Just regarding the countdown timer on the JV page, guys, that's exactly what should be there. I knew there was something missing. So we can just add it here. And if you go to best place for this, we'll just try it here. Timer, calendar and date. Sorry, 2 things you could have put on that page. This is 1, you got the calendar and date, and really, you can use a countdown timer. So let's say black and EST -5. Generally, it's going to be 11 o'clock. And I'm not sure on the exact launch date, but I'm just going to put in the 27th for this case. Attention JVs, login cache official JV invite. And we can change that to going live in. Okay, if it's a bit close, you have 2 options with Optimize Press. You can edit this and you can put in spacing, button margin, here we go, or you could just add an element called a spacer. I probably want a bit more. Button margin 20. Okay, perfect. Okay, I could rearrange that maybe a bit better and put the "we are going live" here and put it underneath it. Obviously, again, with Optimize Press, it's easy drag and drop. Okay, that's the homework, guys. Be able to kind of complete this. Have your questions ready if you're going to your product ready. Have the answers ready for Josh if you're going to be using it for your copy. But again, you should be able to answer all these as well if you're looking for ideas. Obviously, reading the questions will help. Guys, if you have any questions before we actually finish up this webinar at all on outsourcing or Optimize Press or anything got to do with product launching? Okay, we have a question here. Where do I find good WordPress plugin developers, and what is the ideal hourly pricing for a good professional WordPress developer? Right, from my experience, if you go to Freelancer or Odesk, you'll find some very, very highly qualified WordPress developers on there for around $45 an hour, $60 an hour, $80 an hour. This seems very expensive to a lot of people. Even to me, it just is expensive. Now, so that is option one, and if you read the reviews from Freelancer and places like that, that could probably be the best option because they've good feedback. If you go to Word or Forum, you will find there's actually a number of WordPress programmers and developers on there. The price normally is around $15 per hour. That's what I've seen, and that would get you a good developer. Oh, let's try and find someone who has done projects similar to the projects you want to launch again. For example, if it's a squeeze page builder and I need to configure it with Aweber APIs and stuff like that, make sure that the programmer has already worked with Aweber APIs before, so it'll save them obviously paying them to learn this system. And another thing regarding hourly price and WordPress plugins, I've done a lot of outsourcing in the software, and my favorite method would be I would design a complete layout of the plugin I wanted to be created, and from there I would go and ask a quote and a time frame. So for example, he comes back and says $800 and it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks. From there I would try and pay him in basically 3 installments or 2 installments. Let's say 300 to begin, 300 when you're 80% through the project, and the last 20% when the project is tested and complete and you have a copy of it. Now, that's one way. Another method is there's an awful lot of, mostly in India, I've noticed that basically they have development teams over there. I've worked with people that, they can have 35 programmers working in their offices, and you can come along and hire one of them programmers for around 1,000 would be cheap. You can get them for, let's say, 1,000, 1,200 or more. I used to pay $1,800 a month for a programming team. So that worked out well because you get a team manager and you get a programmer. Depends on the projects, guys. One thing with programmers, be very, very clear of what you want from the very start, because if you jump out with new surprises and new tweaks and new ideas, they're either going to cost you, it's going to cost you more money, or it's going to mess up the whole design, and the project might not happen by just adding things all the time. So get a clear plan of action, have that, and then pass it on to the programmer. Get feedback, get an agreement, and work from there. Do you need them to sign a copyright document? I have, no, I won't say I've never done that. I have signed disclaimers in the past. Basically, you would have a work disclosure saying that they can't come along and sell that product to anyone else. It's no harm if you want to cover yourself. Generally, I've never really done it. I've done it more with mobile apps than I have with software and plugins. Good questions, guys. Any more questions? Nope. Excellent. Okay, guys. Oh, very, very important before we go. I am going to run a poll, and I should have done this earlier. Next Saturday is the 14th of February, and I'm sure many of you have another half, and we would basically, Valentine's Day is probably not the ideal day for a webinar. I've got a special request, so I will not be available to make it. So what I'm going to do is a quick poll here, and I'm going to let you guys decide what day we would like to do the webinar. The choice is basically Friday, the 13th of February, basically one day before, or we can do it the following Monday. So it comes down, it's whoever clicks the most will decide. So I'm just going to leave that poll open, guys, now for another maybe 30 seconds or a minute in total, and I'll be able to tell you right here and now what date, and I'll reschedule the webinar and tell everyone in the group tomorrow. Okay. 88% voted. I'm just going to give it another 10 seconds, guys. If you've not clicked this, you can have your input. Going by what I see, 71% prefer a Monday. I should be able to show you this whole results. View close. And you can see the results, guys. So the webinar is going to be on, it's Monday. That's very bad on my screen, it's very small. So the webinar is Monday, guys. Thank you very much. I do apologize if we're having to reschedule it, but I think a lot of people would actually prefer this as well. So, okay guys, that's the end of the webinar. Thank you everyone for attending, and have a great weekend. I will catch you very soon in the group.